What's up, boys? Today we're going to be checking out Lost in Prayer, a pretty unique traditional roguelike where you can play as any enemy that you die to. So this is the starter character, the Soul Slime. Every character has their own unique skill tree. They also have different equipment slots and stats. So we're actually going to be playing as one of the basic demon guys. I spent a while just dying to a bunch of stuff so that I could see all the skill trees and stats and stuff. Pretty interesting guys in there. Some of the guys from heaven up here, some elementals. But we're going to be playing as the basic charge attacking demon. I think he's going to be pretty interesting in a roguelike. He'll be able to get high mobility eventually. So this guy actually has 2 melee weapons, no caster weapon slot. I've seen a character that actually has 7 equipment slots as well. And then our basic attack is a charge. It's 1 movement, 1 attack ratio, but we can upgrade it to get a longer range and also to push heavier enemies, which will interact with some of the environment. We also have a retreat attack to hit them and then move away to build some distance. And then we have a jump for even more mobility over there. I'm kind of interested in getting the speed stuff over here. Speed is probably the best stat in the game. Lets you take extra actions when your opponent is only getting 1. We get a chest at the start with a bit of gear over here. You can sometimes spawn stuff you can't even use, and it looks like we got some duplicates here as well. But we actually got a green with some defense and some bonus to patience, which unfortunately will lower my speed a bit. Let me see which virtue that is. I can't actually see what got the bonus here. So that gives us extra HP and critical rate at the cost of speed. Not ideal, but oh well. And then between these two we have defense, chance to resist wounded. Oh, that one has a special ability, lower the attack and special of all foes. That one gives 2 to pride, 1 to temperance, so that looks better. And then we can sacrifice that for some XP. Potions will restore some HP. I don't know exactly how much, it kind of depends a bit on your healing, which varies between each character. But let's head on into heaven. There's a decent number of squishy ranged enemies here, and I think that will play into our strengths as a fast melee guy. So we can right click and see what this guy does. He said chance to strike foes when they move without losing a turn, and strikes foes from a distance. We might be able to charge him into one of the things over here. I think the water stuff disables their abilities, so let's go ahead and try to charge him into that. Okay, it looks like we probably don't have enough pushback for whatever his weight class is. Yeah, he's medium, and that's light currently. So we'll just have to take some hits here, can't really avoid anything. That guy is actually a very squishy one, so we might want to go for him first. What is... oh, that's the weakened thing. How much attack do they have? 3 to 7. And 5 to 15. Okay, that's actually quite good. We should toss one of those out at the start then. And then I think we'll jump over here and try to deal with this guy since he's a lot squishier, and he's just going to stab us in the back. Oh yeah, there's no way to actually see your current XP as far as I can tell. Unless I'm missing something. There's like no XP bar or anything anywhere. Oh, if you hover over that, that might be at 1 out of 50 maybe? So we'll probably take the double range on the charge first. We have 15 more points, so we can't really do much else there. And then in here we'll probably want to get the attack up a bit. We can get that there. Attack and accuracy, but we lose dodging, or there's one over here as well somewhere. Attack and critical power, but we lose accuracy. With 3 points, we'll probably do like 1 here and 2 here to keep our accuracy high. And then if we move here, we can actually charge him from 2 spaces away now. And we can also knock him back now. And you can see the turn order over here. We occasionally get 2 turns, but it's kind of hard to do that currently. Let's see what happens if we knock him into the tar here, maybe? Let's see, he's sludge, so he has even lower speed now. We won't be able to knock him anymore, but we get an extra turn right there. Now I'm in the tar. And the interesting thing is you actually unlock characters by dying in these. You can get a tar elemental if you drown here after a few turns. You can get a water elemental here. Let's see what kind of items we got here. So we got a melee weapon with attack, critical, and retribution. Not bad. Retribution is a chance to block some of the damage and then boost your offensive stats for one turn. Haven't really messed around with that too much, don't know how good it is. Chance to resist debuffs, but it has much lower stats than that, so we'll probably just sacrifice that. Another healing potion. Oh yeah, is that XP? Yeah, 37 out of 50, okay. Oh, you can see the little bar filling around there, okay. I completely missed that on my first playthrough. Yeah, I think water disables all of your abilities. I guess you can't even basic attack in there. If you die to the spike traps, you also unlock a trap-based character, so some pretty interesting stuff there. Got another ranged plant guy. Let's go ahead and toss a weaken, and that'll probably be active as we get into combat. I'll move up one more square, toss that, and then I can probably... No, I can't even charge through that, but I wouldn't want to go into the water anyways. Let's jump over here, and then start knocking him into that thing for some bonus damage. Extra 20, not bad, letting us almost two-shot him, but not quite. So we have a basic melee guy, chance to deflect projectiles, and then strike a foe and seal most of its skills. If we can knock him into the wall from some positioning, that will make it a lot easier to kill him. Not sure how I want to try and drag him over there. Not quite that, we'll just keep moving around until we find something I like. He'll probably move either there or there. Not sure if we can really line that up here. Okay, here we go. We can just keep blasting him into that. We have 2 turns here. Should be enough to kill him here. I don't actually know what the Juniper Ointment does. I think there's 4 different consumables. I think the yellow one gives you a temporary flying effect so you can ignore ground terrain stuff. And the red is obviously healing potions. If we can maybe get out of his range and then do a 2-space charge, we can kill him for free. More healing potions and see what we got for the skills. Next up, I'll probably increase the range on retreat so that we'll have a better time against melee enemies, and then we're just off of getting another cheap skill or start heading over there. 17 to 23, attack is still pretty significant, so we'll keep pumping that up. Got another plant over there. If we can come from that side, I could maybe knock him into the wall, I guess. Then we'll jump over there. Start headbutting him. Is that any good? 2 to charity and 5 defense. I don't think sludge is super common, and this will increase our speeds. What do we lose there? Critical and dodging. I think that's fine. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Let's try and pull this guy back and isolate him here. I think he can attack diagonally, but if we wait here, then we might be able to... Well, he's not coming. Okay. We're gonna have to run in, I guess. Actually, now we can charge him over here from 2 spaces away, get the one-shot. Another weapon to dual wield, extra attack and accuracy, not bad. If we can get that guy next to the wall, we can probably 2-shot him. Let's see if we can pull just one of them, maybe. Doesn't seem like they want to come. Actually, if we go from this angle, we can maybe knock him into the spikes. That would be kind of cool. Easy peasy. And then we'll probably want to knock him into the statue. So I think we'll... Well, we can just move over there and do it now. Jump takes a turn, so it doesn't really do much now. Almost doubling my damage from knocking him into the statue. 29 out of 100 for the next level. Looks like 2 melee, 1 ranged over here. See if we can get just that guy. Okay, into the trap, not bad. We can maybe one-shot him with a big roll now. no, 2 turns still does it. Let's see if we can get him to run through the traps here. And then there's 3 ranged over there, it looks like. Bunch of squishy ones. We'll probably want to go for those first if we can't pull them. If we can get just this guy, that would be ideal though. If he moves up there, we could get a charge. I guess we'll do like this. Okay, now we can charge him in 1 turn. And then 2 charges will put him up against the wall here and probably finish him here. And then I don't know the exact range on these guys, but if he moves right there, we can charge him into the door for a 1-shot here, probably. 53 out of 100. How do we want to do this? Probably just run at him. Okay, there's another melee guy back there, but we should be able to 1-shot him if we land the hit. Man, that's a lot of potions. Did they buff the drop rate on that or something? Let's see if we can get him against the wall. Either space he moves to here is fine. If I skip a turn here, we get 2 turns back to back. That'll probably be better. I'm gonna... Actually, that doesn't really matter. Don't need to wait for that. Is that a purple item in there? So 2 squishy ranged, 1 melee. Let's see if we can get... Oh, there's a bunch of stuff to the side. Okay, good thing we ran out of there. See if we can pull a couple of them maybe out here. What's he gonna do with the water there, I wonder? Okay, run right into it. If we skip a turn here, we get 2 turns in the middle of them. And they'll walk next to me probably, so that would be better. And then we can actually use retreats and move back so that I can't take a melee hit here. And then if we skip a turn, we'll get another 2 here, so that'll probably be better. So we can headbutt him, and then we can either headbutt him or kite back a bit. Probably better if we get like a double turn or knock them into the terrain or something. See what they're gonna do. I think I'm gonna keep pulling back a bit, see if we can get him against the wall. Actually, if he's on the water... Oh, he can attack in there, huh? I guess that makes sense for a plant. I guess we probably go from the left then, and knock him into the tree here. Oh, I can't even knock him there. Okay, this is not a great spot. So I guess we can retreat back, get a hit there, and then can I knock him into the other enemy? Oh, cool. Okay, let's headbutt him again. And then with this guy, I can probably get my double turn here and knock him into the wall. And then if this guy takes 1 more step, we can start headbutting him. Then we have another of those and some sort of cannon thing. Let's pass the turn here and see if he's gonna come closer. Okay. So we got some purple boots. That gives +3 to charity. We lose a bunch of retribution and dodging, but that seems fine. We lose the weaken thing, but that's a lot of stats. And I can no longer get stiff, which could be good or bad depending on your point of view, I guess. So we got a level up off of sacrificing some of those. We have 80. I kind of want to get the speed going. It's just such an important stat. Not really sure how this works out. We leave a trail as you're moving. And then we need 20 more to get that. Let's see, 28 to 34. We'll probably do another level of those two like that. And then what does our map look like? We've already been there and there. It looks like there's some stuff over here. So there's the stairs to the next level. I'll probably fully clear the levels so we get as much XP as possible. As you go up in the levels, enemy stats increase pretty rapidly. So it looks like we do have the full map here. And I think we've looted everything. So this is a caster weapon. We can't equip those at all on this guy. He just auto-pathed through the spikes. That's kind of unfortunate. We can toss a small potion. That'll probably be fine with that HP. I don't think those do anything unless you're in combat with something here, so we have a free room here. We can see if that's any better for the melee weapons. Attack and special, no. We're probably not using special a ton on this build, mostly just attack, I think. So if you get the failure, you actually lose SP, but again, this guy doesn't really use it all that much, so it's probably not a huge deal. So there's a plant there. Looks like 3 ranged guys. I'd like him to be a bit away from the water if possible. Let's see if we can like pull him through the door maybe. If we go to this turn, we get 2 in a row, that would be better. I'm gonna see what happens if I move here. Okay, he can still hit me. We'll definitely want to knock him into some walls here. Where can I go off of that? That would be better. Oh wait, we still can't knock him. Well, we can go into there and then into the wall. I guess that's fine. So we have a birds. They aren't too bad because their attack is a charge shot, so it lands 1 turn later, so you have time to dodge those. Fireplace poker. 4 attack, lose 2 defense. Nah. So we can jump over here. I don't think we can really charge anything off of that, but we can dodge all of his attacks, so it's fine. So he's shooting right here currently. Then we can start charging him into the wall over here. He's shooting again. Oh, he did that instantly. Did he have 2 turns there? I guess so. Or maybe he led the shot. I don't think I've seen an enemy do that before, though. It increases retribution and dodging. But it lowers our attacks, and no, that's pretty important. So if he moves here, we can start charging him over there. Doesn't look like we get any double turns here. Can't really do much off of that. What if we do like that? And then have him over here maybe? Oh, he's in the water. I wonder, can that guy attack in the water actually? Can we retreat over here? Yeah. Okay, he can attack in the water as well. I guess it's just me then. I guess we'll retreat over to the wall over here then. Then where can we go off of that? If we do that, then maybe he'll move there, and then... I don't know, it's kind of hard to get these guys in the spot I want. let's toss a medium potion, heal up a bit, hold a foe in place. Oh, we don't even have that yet. We have another Birdman and a plant. This is a good spot to charge him into the wall at least. And he ran into the trap. Let's see, how do we get him into the wall? I guess we leap over here. Then we have another plant over here. If we can go there, we could get him diagonally into that eventually, I guess. If we wait for the next turn, we have two back-to-back, that'll be better. Harder to knock him into the wall now, though. Alright, new plan, we retreat a bit until we get a better spot, I guess. I guess we can do that. Retreat over here, and then next turn we can charge lock him into the wall here. So we need to go up there? Oh, that's where we came in. We'll just keep exploring over here. So right here we get a double turn. He'll probably move there. I guess that's fine, we can just jump to a better spot, I guess. Oh, we can retreat? No, we can't actually go anywhere. Oh well. Oh wait, we can just charge him into that dir. Then we'll toss a medium potion. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen that terrain before. Doesn't seem like I can interact with it, so nothing, I guess. We can jump over here and then try to bash him into the spikes. Since I attack on this and move forward, I should just always be able to dodge his thing, I guess. Chance to push foes away when they move next to you. I'm not sure. Is it 2 defense, 1 charity, 2 defense, 1 patience? That would lower speed. I think I'm not gonna mess with that. 2 attack and 5 crit, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's better than the club. What the heck is going on over there? What? What is happening? Oh, I didn't grab that thing. Let's see, I think you can actually destroy these. I don't know if they give XP though. 126? No. But if you're like fighting enemies near them, they will try to shoot you. So we have a Holy Primate with a lot of skills now. Foe in a regular way, but a chance to spin it around and backstab it. Push foes that land a hit on you. Alright, let's charge them into the wall, I guess. Looks like all one turn, so we can't really outplay him here, I think. Just keep bashing him into the wall. Let's see, if we wait a turn, we get an extra one against him, so we'll probably move back. And then jump over here and charge him into the wall. Then I guess we'll like jump over here and then charge him into the wall. Let's go ahead and use a big potion. I need to try out that thing still, the damaging trail. But it would probably be a bad idea against a ranged. I might like drop a trail and then run into it myself. So if we wait a turn, we get 2 turns against him. That's not really ideal. I'm probably going to knock him out of the water and then stand it myself. We'll wait for a better spot against him. So 1 more turn, and then we get 2 there. Into the wall for bonus damage. He dropped something over there. I'm just gonna see what these do, I guess. So that restores SP, it looks like, which is the mana, I guess. Then over here, we'll start grabbing some nice speed increases so we get even more turns. Fortunately, we're 5 off of a pretty nice increase there. And then I think Lust is pretty good for dual crit stats. Is there anything else I would want a lot? I think it's mainly just like attack and crit stuff. I'll do like 2 here, dual crits, and then there for attack and crit power at the same time. Just full max damage charge, dude. Bunch of squishy range guys. I can probably one-shot those. They're up to 50 HP now, maybe not. They got 5 times HP by going up 1 level, wow. Alright, that guy's not coming. Do we get a double turn? There's one right there. That's gonna take a bit. Can we knock him into anything? Not really. Oh, that works. A lot of range guys over there. That doesn't look great. I don't know what I want to do there. Can we pull like 1 or 2 of them out here maybe? I wonder, can we knock him into that pit thing over there? I've actually never seen that before. Okay, that works. This is Sparta, I guess. This is Sparta! Looks like that guy's a flyer, so it doesn't work on them. We get 2 turns right there. Can I even, like, jump near him? No. That's kind of a lot of, like, random terrain stuff in the way. Alright, we have 2 turns here. Okay. Well, I was kind of curious if there was something you can get off of that, since I've never seen that before. I didn't think I would charge him into it, since he doesn't interact with it in any way, but I guess it's good to know. Now, do I get a new character off of the pits? Oh, that guy looks cool. Okay, I ain't even mad. That guy looks awesome. So very low HP it looks like. Let's take a look at his skills. His basic attack is... Wait, no, it's this one. Headbutt. 1.25 attack ratio. You can improve the pushing power of it. And then he has Tri-Shot, shoot 3 projectiles, 1 special ratio, and 5 SP cost, up to 2 special ratio. And then he has the slow debuff, which gets even slower. Lower the critical rate of all foes, but also your dodging by skipping a turn. vortex that pulls foes towards it. Increase the chance of a positive outcome for all of your transmutations. So you can get a little bit of extra XP and SP by sacrificing stuff. Debuffs inflicted on you are shorter, and then you can heal from moving into projectiles. Create a trap with a 2 SP ratio eventually. Make yourself stealthy. Boost your critical rate when you are stealthy. That's a lot of crits. Chance to create a trap where a foe lands after you pushed or pulled it. That sounds crazy with a vortex. So this is Oblivion. And he's got 2 caster slots but no melee weapon slots. Interesting. I can show off a couple of the other characters, I guess. So this is the character you get from dying to a water pool. Naturally, it's a water elemental. You can leave a decoy behind. You're immune to burnt and sludge debuffs. You can strike a foe for increased damage, but you buff their crit chance, I think. And you cause an infection on hits. Let's see, who's the guy when you die to traps? I think it was this guy, Purificator. So you can create a trap using some of your mana, which scales with special. You can make yourself stealthy, and then his basic attack is very low damage, but it has a chance to instantly kill enemies, which goes up to 15%. And I guess 1.0 ratio there, which isn't too bad. He definitely looks cool. I don't know if he's that good though. You can get Shaco in the demon area. Oh yeah, this guy is if you die to one of those cannons I mentioned earlier that shoots you if you're only in combat. And I think he can actually summon one of them in combat. Create a turret, 1.5 special ratio, up to 2.5 if you fully upgrade it. He has a pretty weird attack that like strikes in a line to the side. I don't know if I can see that here. Yeah, interesting attack type he has. The basic attacks vary quite a bit throughout them as well. If you go to the demon area and die to a ballista there, you can get this little flyer guy. Shoot a missile. His basic attack is lower damage, but if you have buffs, it gains a huge damage bonus from those. And you can naturally boost your dodging with that. He has only 4 slots, 2 caster weapons. Looks like no chess piece. But yeah, pretty cool little concept where you can become any enemy that you've died to. And you can even get some enemies based off of the terrain that you've died to as well. That guy's from falling into a pit. This guy is from drowning in tar. This guy is from dying to a fire patch in the demon area. Drowning to water. Pretty interesting. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.